Kevin Spacey, and your film Shrink premiered last night. What did you think about the audience reaction?
Oh, it was great for me because I hadn't seen the film on a screen before. I mean, I've been watching it online as we've been editing, and DVDs have been being shipped over to England every couple of days, but it was the first time I'd seen it on a screen, and it's such a different experience because you just see detail in characters' performances and what's going on with them in ways that you just don't see it on television, especially because it was bad grain, and we weren't trying to make it look as best as we could while we were editing, but I was very excited by the audience reaction last night. They really seemed to follow the movie. They got so much more of the humor of the film than I thought they might. But that's always a really good indication that they're really following the story and following the characters, because so much of it is about behavior and it's not about jokes, but it's about what people are doing and an audience recognizing behavior that they've now gotten to know these people well enough that I was very excited to watch it for the first time.
When you were introduced, the festival director thanked you for your support of independent film. Um, do you just, where does this love of film, this love of acting, this craft of acting come from for you?
Well, a lot of my reasons and motivations for wanting to do everything I can to try to encourage emerging artists is because it happened for me. If you look back at my career, the beginnings of my career, both in theater and in film, I wouldn't have a career if it weren't for first-time writers, first-time directors, first-time producers, people that took a chance on me, who believed in me, sometimes way before I showed any real promise. And Jack Lemmon used to say, and something I've adopted as my own, which is that if you've done well in the business you wanted to do well in, then it's your obligation to spend a good portion of your time sending the elevator back down. And so the work that I've done through TriggerStreet.com by giving filmmakers a platform and a home in which they, as a community, run the site, and there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of members all over the world. This thing we just announced yesterday, this new Stella, this contest that we're running that Stella's sponsoring, where a filmmaker is going to get a $50,000 prize at the end of this contest, is another way to give back. The work I do at the Old Vic with young actors and directors and writers and producers, all of this is, to me, what you should be doing if you've done really well. And I frankly think more people should do it, and I frankly think it's kind of shocking that more people don't. How many more jets do you have to buy? How many more houses do you need? How many more cars do you need? When you try to give something back in a tangible way to people that it will affect their lives, just the opportunity. And if you give people an opportunity, they will run with the ball. And it's so incredibly satisfying to watch that happen. And then you're not just a part of, doing something for, like, TriggerStreet.com is about my film company, it's about us, and we're going to take these scripts, or the Old Vic, it's all about us. No, it's about actually contributing to the industry. And in, some ways, what Sundance has been all about. People ask, what is the influence that Sundance has had? The influence is on the film industry, because so many remarkable emerging talents have come out of this festival, been discovered at this festival, who've gone on to continue to make great films. I mean, Jonas was here, as he said, 12 years ago, and here he's back, with another film, and still working, and still at it, still working at his craft. And so I think that it's just it's the responsibility that we have, and I'm happy to do it. It actually is incredibly satisfying.
What do you want audiences to take away from Shrink? I know that there was a really good reaction last night. It was well received. But when the film gets out, it's going to get out to the mainstream and everything. What do you want the reaction to be?
It's always such a, it's not. I don't know. I never really know how to answer that question. It seems presumptuous for me to tell you what you should think of a movie. I hope it's an honest, amusing slice of life about what is normally a pretty narcissistic town, but that even in that you can find genuine people, and all of the characters in the movie can move in a direction that is more positive. So whatever your problems are, there is a way out, and suicide is not the answer.
Thank you.